Today I look like shit and I feel like shit as well. And as you have clicked on this video topic, I guess you are struggling with the same problem as me. My hairy legs as the cycling season has started. Maybe you want your cycling legs to look a little bit more like this. We really have a lot to do and we have a lot to catch up. So I say welcome to the Hot On Academy, where we're gonna take some shortcuts and we're gonna break all the rules together. So why am I sitting in the bathroom with my cycling helmet and all the gear on? Let's just change and we'll start, shall we? Step 1. Trim down your leg hair to 4 millimeters of length. And why do we do this? It's because it makes it easier for the epilator to grab and pull out your hairs in step 2. So after trimming down, you really start to see the difference, and we are slowly getting there, getting all the weight of our shoulders. And there's some weight actually. Have a look at this little creature. What a nasty video this is. But I'm going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. That was step 1 completed. As you have trimmed down the leg hairs, it's time to move on with the epilator. And the epilator might be some sort of a painful experience. Before you start epilating, make sure the room isn't too hot, as it might make you start sweating and your skin will react, and it's quite unpleasant. If you are using an epilator which isn't your own, make sure you clean it thoroughly with some vodka, alcohol, cleaning remedy, whatever. Just clean it, make sure it's clean. And as you work your way through the legs, also you can have this little brush so you are cleaning away those extra hair that gets jammed inside. Otherwise it won't work properly. As you start epilating, you will get a shock because the pain will just attack you right away. So therefore, it's like you need to start in the front around here, which is the least painful. And as you start here and as you get this pain shock, eventually you'll get used to the pain and you can start moving over to other more painful areas. Therefore, you go like this, then you move out on the sides. And then later on, you do the inside and the back side. And as you have worked your way all the way up to the knee, you could do the outside, the front, and then the inside towards the end. Okay, then let's make the epilator rolling. Mine one is a cord one because, it's more powerful and it just pulls out the hair really effectively. And one last tip before we start. You might need a glass of wine or two just to kind of, get in the mood. All right? Make sure you clean the epilator every now and then, so you get some of these loose hairs away. So before we do leg number 2, I just got to encourage you by saying, it's the first time you epilate which is the worst. You just have to get on with it, get through it, and eventually it's gonna look so good. because you don't get this, you know, when you shave, you will get these, the roots of the hair, which will be visible through the skin. If you epilate, you just zip, all the hair is gone, and it just looks like polished marble. It's gonna be great. So now we are halfway there. And as you can see, the skin starts to react. You will get these red spots, and eventually they will go away. So I recommend that if you're going on a group ride on a Saturday afternoon, you should start doing this no later than Thursday evening. You know, the skin needs at least 24 hours just to calm down. Otherwise, you're gonna look like a plucked hen on your group ride, to your friends' delight. And now, as the epilation is done, I believe that you need at least overnight to let your skin calm down. 12 hours have passed and I've let my skin rest. And now you can see these red spots, they are almost fainted. So we're ready to go on with this cyclist leg cheat procedure. We're gonna do some scrubbing. And the reason you have to do the scrubbing is because you want the self-tan cream to sort of melt evenly into your skin. And there are some dry zones. You know, I haven't fixed my legs yet. So you can see you have these dry zones. I have a dry skin. You have this the dead skin cells that you just need to scrub away. And what's important about dry knees is that the self-tan lotion will just stick to your knees and create this darker zone. It looks just like dirt. So you need to get rid of all this dead skin cells, and it will become much nicer. And for the products, you know, you just use anything you've got lying around. You just nick something out of the cupboard of some your flatmates or something. You know, that's just whatever. This is a facial scrub, I don't care. You just use some scrub. After scrubbing, you can decide whether you want to shave or not. If you are a perfectionist, I really recommend that you go shaving as well, because there will always be some hairs that you missed out, especially around the knees, which is quite hard to epilate. So in order to get all the hairs, the missing hairs, the hidden hairs in the back that you didn't see, if you want to get it 100% perfect, you need to do step 4, shaving, which means I will work up a good foam, which I will distribute evenly on both legs and just do the entire legs. As you have distributed the shaving foam evenly around, it's going to be easy to see where you did shave and where you forgot. I also do shave both ways, against the hairs and along the hairs. As your legs by now are clean shaven, we might as well start adding this remedy, the self-tanning lotion. And I have to say, if you skip shaving, you might get into some trouble later on, because as you have been applying the self-tanning lotion and you've got a nice tan, but you have some hair sticking out and you want to shave it, you know, maybe some of your nice tan will come off during the shaving. So you really shouldn't. You should shave now and then apply the self-tan lotion later on. and how you want to do it. If you want this to be a perfect swindle, or if you want to just go all the way, I mean, I'll leave it to you. But one little trick I could tell you is that if you place a rubber band around where your favorite bibs are, I mean, you could easily have some kind of line to adjust so you actually make a perfect tan line. This is gonna be the perfect swindle. Nobody will notice, not even in the shower. Also, you know, with a sock length. So I leave it to you. I prefer going all the way up. So as you start working your way as a self-tanner, you know, you could buy a lot of different remedies. You could buy these nice mitts, which, you know, is an add-on for any of these products. But I just choose to take whatever is lying around the house, like these dishwasher gloves. And then I found this cloth, some kind of cleaning cloth, which costs next to nothing. So with our washing glove, we're gonna do the dirty work. So you start off with a few pumps into the cloth. Work your way around and try not to mess around back and forth too much. Make these nice and long strokes. It makes it more even. Don't forget the back side of your legs. So this is what it's supposed to look like when your treatment is halfway through. You shouldn't be sleeping in white blankets with this kind of self-tanning cream all over, because it's gonna look like a mess. Just let it dry up, put on your pajamas, have some socks on, and then you'll be ready to go and just let the juice work for the whole night. Now it's time to get into my pajamas and have a nice sleep, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good morning, people. Now I have slept with this remedy overnight, and it's time to rinse it off and see what it's going to look like. As you see, the legs look rather dark, but there's going to be so much excess cream that's just going to come off.
So this is what it looks like. A quite subtle but nice tan, which will kickstart my cycling season. The skin is a bit dry, so I will just try and hydrate a little bit to get the rich tan come forward. The next thing, if you want to have some shine and sparkle, you do this hydration first, and then you add the sun oil. If you have the sun oil on without any hydration first, this oil will just suck into your legs and it will become really this matte finish quite soon. But with the hydration, actually, you keep the gloss, and the gloss will just stay for hours and hours. So if you want this kind of glossy varnish look, you go like this. Make sure you don't oil your legs on an area where there's going to be clothing. You just put it where the skin is going to be exposed. So finally, here we are, mission completed with the cycling legs cheat. And if you just go out in the sun and have a few rides, you know, you will start to build up a real tan. Or if not, you can use some kind of self tanning body lotion, which has a mild self-tanning effect. So I hope you will enjoy this. Get out and ride your bike. Certainly I will right now.